Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again. You were not made by accident. You were forged, designed, carried through the fire to remember who you really are. This is Change by Design, the podcast for the misfits, the builders, the kings, the architects. And I'm Tremont McCray, scroll bearer, mindset coach, and living proof that alignment is a new success, that you can transmute from lead to gold. Each week we break cycles they call normal. We unlock the blueprint heaven wrote in your bones, because you weren't made to fit in. You were made to rebuild the system. Remember, you are not random. You are changed by design. Welcome back to another great episode, guys. This is episode 4. The scroll is already written. Let's get into it. You see, your future is a return, not a race. Most often we are trying to, I would say, prophesize the future, right? Create our future, our so-called dream life. But you have to realize that that dream life that you're seeking it because it's already written inside of you. It's inside of you already. The Most High implanted the most peaceful, joyous, abundant, ideal life within your very being. But in order to walk the path towards the future and, as you used to say, manifest it, you must step into purpose. A lot of people want a manifestation without purpose. And it doesn't work. It doesn't last, guys. It's temporary. They want the house. They want the car. They want the money. They want the travel. They want the friends, the opportunities, the woman, the man. But with no purpose attached to it. This is the law of equivalent exchange. You cannot have something without nothing. And even if that something is your character, your obedience, your faith, your focus, your discipline, your dedication, your determination, your mental fortitude, the ability to sit with your silence, like even if that's the price, your presence, people don't want to pay it. But if you knew that your purpose, which is your divine scroll, is the gateway to all that you desire, wouldn't you choose that? We're talking about lifetime. We're talking about legacy, not just 1 month, 3 months, 1 year. You cannot control the future. You can only align with it. So what truly determines your future is the actions that you take. But that's only part of it. It's the actions that you take and the identity that you are embodying as you take those actions. It's a frequency thing. Which means that if you have a vision in your mind of the man or woman that you want to be, and you're not acting in alignment with that vision, then your future is not going to reach the maximum potential. You're going to be in cycles and circles and wondering why things are not working out for you. You're going to struggle, you're going to strive, you're going to try to make it happen. When you don't have to make it happen, you just have to align your energy. Guys, I just got confirmation that the house I'm staying in with my family, which has been rent-free for 3 months, has been extended for 6 months. And the first 3 months we was not working. The next 6, we both are working. I didn't know we was going to get this house. We were homeless. We were living out of our car. We were living out of a hotel. And now you're telling me that I have a house for 6 months, basically rent-free. I might have to pay $100 to $300 a month, but me and my girl are working. Come on, guys. This is what I'm talking about. I'm living proof, because the future is not determined by what you want. You don't get to dictate how it plays out. This is why you need faith. This is why you need faith, and you need divine execution. Because all I've been doing is working on my purpose, working as my purpose, working and moving as the king, quantum alchemist, the divine architect, creating a blueprint to elevate the soul. I've been writing books, I've been speaking, I've been teaching, I've been coaching online. I've been doing this podcast. And my provisions are being multiplied. Now you may say, hey, you don't have your dream car. You don't have all the money. But guess what? I'm about to be $7,000 to $10,000 up before we have to move. By the time we have to move, I'll be 7 to 10 grand up. So no, the Most High did not give me more income. Not yet. He took away the expenses. He took away the expenses, guys. And I didn't foresee this. All I knew was that I just had to obey and move in purpose and heal, and everything else will work itself out. But you procrastinate. If you procrastinate on the things that you know you need to be doing to align with your highest self, right? That procrastination is going to pull back the timeline. It's going to pull back the timeline, meaning it's going to push out how long it will take you to get to where you want to be. You are procrastinating on the little things, then you procrastinate on the big things. You said you would write that book. You haven't. You said you would take that test. You would get that certification. You said you would talk to that person. You would make the call. You said you will stop doing certain negative habits. You haven't. You see? So if you're procrastinating and you're withholding your presence, which is the only thing that heaven can multiply, then what do you think is going to happen to your future? And this is just at a macro level. A micro level, sorry. It's at a micro level, guys. Couple months here, okay, cool. 1 year here, okay. We're talking 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the road. The difference between what you do today, what you are able to finish next month, that is going to dictate the life you have in 5 to 10 years. Stop procrastinating. There's no reason to procrastinate. You know what? Procrastination is just you in fear, in doubt, and laziness. The moment you say you want to do something, go do it. Why wait? The timeline that you want is not waiting. You're not waiting on it. You're not just sitting around waiting. The scroll is already within you. Remember that. I said that. This is the title of this podcast episode. Which means that the moment you make the decision to execute, to move forward, to take and walk ahead, that's when things will start to change. As I wrote 3 books officially. I'm working on number 4 and 5. I'm doing a book launch this month. If you're hearing this is September, what's today, guys? September 12th, 2025. So if you're hearing this, September is the month I'm releasing the book trilogy. Mindset 2.0, the 5 flames of personal development and heavenly economics. I wrote these 3 books with no money. I wrote them with no provisionary shelter foreseen. I finished the 5 flames personal development in the cold at 3 a.m. in the morning outside. I finished Mindset 2.0 when I was still sleeping outside, guys. And now I just told you I'm about to be 10K up. Not because I've gained more. Not necessarily because I gained more. but because the Most High made a way for me to keep what I've already had. And you're telling me that this was already written in my timeline this year, 2025? I just had to align with the man who already had it. And then let the Most High make the way, guys. The Most High is going to make the way. If you return to the source. And this is what I want to speak on: divine timing. Sacred delays and scroll remembrance is what it's known as. Delay is heaven's precision. You think that you're being delayed, but really, heaven is making the way. Is making the way proper. Is making the way sacred, holy, and true. And it's going to come in a way that your conscious mind can't even comprehend. Right? This is a notification. Can't even comprehend, guys. But you have to have the faith. And know that it's already written. It's as if the Most High is reading your story in real time. And your story is built on every single day you breathe. It's built on every brick you lay. It's built on every challenge you overcome. It's built on every time you say yes to the Father and no to the Word. And the angels count every rep, guys. So divine timing is all about alignment. This is alignment of you, alignment of other people involved, alignment of resources, alignment of mindsets, alignment of protection. At first, the mother of the house said I couldn't be there because of some incident they had in the past. Well, the boyfriend was not doing anything to elevate, right? They didn't have any kids, so they were just laying around, just smoking a lot of weed, right? And I respected that. That's why I was sleeping outside still 3 days out the week. But that shifted because she saw I was taking care of the kids. I was taking care of the house. I started back working. So now her mind has changed. It's as if the Most High was whispering in her ear to let the king stay. I didn't say anything. You see, when we're talking about divine timing and alignment, at first she was against me staying. Now she is for it. I didn't do anything but keep walking my path. And that's what I want to convey to you in this podcast today. If you only kept walking your path, you will get there. You will get there without striving, which is an egoistic way of struggle. You don't have to struggle. I didn't struggle, guys. I'm not struggling. I'm not surviving. I'm not grinding. I'm gliding. In peace. In joy. And remembering of who I am. And what I'm here to do. And you gotta remember, scroll remembrance is honor to the Father. Every time you remember your path, every time you remember your name, every time you remember your purpose, every time you remember your honor, your sacredness, your holiness, that is honor to the Father. And the Father never forgets who remembers his name. He never forgot yours. Like I said, this is a podcast, but this is really a sermon. This is really a sermon, guys. And I invite you to look within yourself. And I'm not saying don't create things and don't, pursue certain avenues and paths of expansion, right? Maybe certifications or degrees or whatever it is that you want out of this material world. I'm only saying that you must return back to the source of it all and operate from the source. Meaning that if it's not attached to your purpose in some way, then it's probably not for you. If you gotta fight for it to align in your life, for your spot. You gotta fight for your spot. It's not for you. Everything in my life now was given to me from the Father. It's as if it had my name on it. And that's how it is for you. Your purpose and your desires, they already have your name on it. Another example, guys. Faith is non-negotiable because you have to move in uncertainty to be certain. I move so much in uncertainty that I'm certain that things will work out for the best. And here's another example for you guys. I just got a flat on my bike yesterday. And I'm going to repair it over the weekend. But one of the security guards that I'm cool with at the school, he offered me, because I just told him that, hey, my bike got flat. I just fixed it. First, he offered me some wheels. Then he told me today that the wheels were already tossed. His wife already threw them away. So then he offered me a whole new bike. So this bike is lighter, it's faster, it's a twerk. So this is like a $500 to $1,000 bike. Way more expensive than the bike I have. The funny thing is that the back wheel is also flat. So I probably had to get a new inner tube. But he said he just gave it to me on Monday. No money, no questions, no bargaining. He just said, I don't need it. You can have it. I got another one. So this is the second bike. I got to put this in my notes, guys. This is the second bike that I received without paying for it. And the bike that I wanted, which I still might get, but I might not really have to get, was $150. And I was like, dang, I got to wait another week. Because I got to make sure I got the money for the other things. I'm very aware of where my money is going right now. But I won't have to do it no more because I had the faith. I didn't get upset when it got flat, guys. I just said, okay, I'll fix it over the weekend. And I'll be patient for the money to come for the bike that I want. That's going to make the journey easier. But because of my trust in the frequency of my assignment, the Most High is making a way. Guys, I'm telling you, it's destiny for me to be working at this school right now. You see a school, I see a kingdom. You see a substitute position, a substitute teaching job, I see the king working on raising the consciousness of a collective generation. Every day I'm there, I shift the energy of the room. My presence is the provision because I'm on divine assignment. And when you're on divine assignment, the Most High will pay your way. It's been times where this week alone where I didn't have the money because I had to pay back some debt, or I don't even know if it's called debt anymore, but had to recalibrate the past. And the bus driver, cool. They've been letting me on free. So I can't tell you what the value of having trust in the frequency of your assignment unless you step into it fully and realize who your Father is. The Most High, the Creator, Yahweh, Elohim, Jehovah. And whatever name you want to attach to it, if you're a yogi listening to this, Krishna, Allah. Just give honor and step into the divine role, and He will set your path right. Your job is to walk. Your job is to serve. Your job is to teach. It's to heal. It's to grow. It's to love. And He will bless you with the provisions you seek. I'm living proof. I don't know what other things to tell you guys on this podcast. Check out my Notion logs. TikTok at Led to Go. Check my Notion logs, guys. I'm logging every single day. Transmutation. Real time. So when I pull up in the dream car I want, right? the house I want. I start traveling and speaking. I got a couple grand in my pocket. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about who. And this is how you should take your approach, right? This is how you should be, because you live in your purpose. You're watching this, you listen to this podcast because you want your purpose. You want your identity back from the Most High, from heaven. And when I tell you guys that I don't want to hear nothing, I don't want to hear nothing. So I'm going to tell you, my Father gave it all to me. He gave it all to me, and I didn't ask for it. I asked for a bike, a mangoes, and some haircut. I already got that. I got that, and then I got way more. I got free housing. My bills are pretty much zero at this point. Come on, guys. That's all the Father. So you guys can, sit around and try to force your way to success like everybody else. You can complain. You can moan. You can struggle. Or you can align with your scroll within and step into your divine purpose. You are not chasing purpose. You are it. I'm going to say that one more time. You are not chasing purpose. You are it. And that's how you get everything you want out of life. So, guys, there's a call to action for you for episode 4. Speak your personal scroll aloud. Name it. In other words, say your divine destiny, your purpose.